You know, for the last 2 years or so, I've been fascinated with what's going on with the art scene in China. 3 years really, and first time I ever visited China was about 15, 16 years ago. So I've really watched the street culture and the importance of the art scene amongst young people there in a really mainstream way that's really different than even compared to how relevant fine art is, here in the States. There's a certain kind of almost punk rock relevance of the fine art scene in China that Westerners don't necessarily appreciate. And having watched 798 build and then Zhaozhangdi, and then seeing, celebrities built out of from the fine artist community, Chinese fine artists. It's been really amazing to see how the world is so small, and that community of the arts has been really underappreciated by Western artists, and that as an engine of creativity, it's very important to pay attention to it. I've got, travel all over the world. There's something about the idea of this show bridging this community of artists and showing how we're kind of all interconnected, and that really post the fall of the wall in Berlin, post the Cold War, it's obvious to me that the world obviously changed. This kind of pre-9/11 world, 1972, Nixon goes to China, the dynamic of the Iron Curtain, with that falling during Reagan's years, and this new kind of dynamic of our interconnectedness, our financial interconnectedness, and the fact that there's this new, almost faceless threat to Westerners. It's interesting to reflect on the last 15, 20 years, and now having history behind us, you see how really small the world is, and how woven together we really are, and our political history, and even our creative connections. It's an interesting tension.
You saw a lot of.
Yeah, I saw it. It's interesting. It's culturally the Chinese have the way that commerce has kind of opened up slowly. As a human reaction, it's a nature to kind of see this other system and kind of notionally understand this other system of commerce. And creative freedom and all these things, and then to react by saying, well, if it's good there in America, it must be good here in China. But it's not here in China, so we make it. We just make it, and there's this kind of lack of understanding of intellectual property or copyright or generally a genuine creative idea. What's interesting to me that's been so inspiring is that in China, you see copy Louis Vuitton, copy Energizer batteries, copy Nike, copy Ecko, all of that. But that's one thing. That you see that in all emerging countries. You see that in Brazil. You see that in Korea. You see that in India. Counterfeit is not unique. To China alone. It's more of because there's no middle class that's really emerged, so it's a reaction to that. People still aspire for brands. to me, what's been exhilarating. As an artist, as a kid, that's how I kind of was able to create my business, was by painting and t-shirts. Doing art at a very young age. So I think before I think of myself as anything, I think of myself first as an artist. Now it sounds maybe, a little romantic, but if if I lost everything in the world tomorrow, the one thing I'd be the most happy doing is making art.